Hello, everyone. I want to thank you all so much for tuning into the Yvonne Latrell's podcast. I am the host, Yvonne Latrell. Guys and dolls, remember, if you would like to advertise on the show or if you have a show idea, please hit us up on our website at www.yvonnelatrellpodcast.com. Today's show was sponsored by Tax Resource Center and 729 Trucking. Today's topic is mixing business with pleasure. Yuck. Okay, so like most of my recent shows, this one had to be revisited again, just in case my messages wasn't clear enough. I'm going to make sure it's clear this time. So I had a guest on the show. I'm trying to see. I don't remember the name of the show, but it was a producer. His name was D. Saunders. You guys can look up that particular interview if you want, where we talked about the entertainment business, and we also talked about mixing business with pleasure on that particular show. So I have no idea who made the saying, "There's no biz like showbiz," but they were definitely onto something. So let's get directly into the topic. So I strongly disagree with mixing business and pleasure. I feel like too many personal feelings can get in the way of projects that you're trying to work on, and it can just mess up the business. It can mess up the business relationship that you're trying to build. It could just be a big old mess. So I definitely disagree with it. I have had a good number of guys that I tried to do business with. Oh my gosh, I had a good number. Oh my gosh. So many guys that I tried to do business with. And if you all seen my recent posts on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, now known as X. If you all seen that recent post, then you know that I did say about 95% of the guys that I ever did business with, they wanted to mix business with pleasure. And actually, it probably was 98%, because pretty much every guy disappointed me pretty much. Some more than others, mainly one. I'm going to get into that one. But I mean, I was definitely disappointed by a lot of the guys, but just really disgusted by one. I kept it friendly and professional. However, there were times that I did hang out and got a little tipsy, going out drinking after we finish working on whatever we would work on. There were times, like I said, that I would go hang out. So, there was another side that people seen of me. It was a fun side. It was a relaxed side, a little crazy or whatever. But hey, I definitely wouldn't advise that to anyone. I would not advise that. I mean, everybody's going to do what they want to do. I always say that, but I definitely wouldn't advise it. Because these guys, they will catch feelings. And when you don't catch them back, there's attitudes, there's lies, there's nastiness, there's hating, there's childishness. It can just be a hot mess. I mean, a total disgusting hot mess. So this one guy who I work with, but but I'm mainly going to talk about him. I was never attracted to him. Just, he's not my type. I don't like big guys. And even if he wasn't big, no shade or anything, he just wasn't my type. Everybody have a type. And I've said that before on the show. Like, hey, some men like, big booty girls. If you like big booty girls, hey, then that's not me. I don't have a big butt, and I'm happy with my little flat butt. So I'm just saying, everybody have a type. And he definitely wasn't my type. But I don't know. It just ended up being a hot mess because this man ended up being bitter, childish in his feelings. And worst of all, a compulsive liar. And y'all know how I am about those liars. I can't stand a liar. In one of my shows, I also talked about liars. And the thing is, liars will say this and they will say that, and they don't remember their lies because it's not the truth. And I'll tell anybody, when dealing with me, you have to be careful what you say when dealing with me, because rather I call you out on that lie, I remember everything that was said. So I can't deal with a liar. So, anyways, like I said, they'll lie and they just don't remember the lie because it's not the truth. But meanwhile, you're listening to a story that's constantly changing because of this hurt ass, bitter ass, lying ass motherfucker. And like I said, and then they're mad because you don't want them. So this one guy told so many lies on me, all because he didn't want his friend to have me. Now, this is the thing. I wasn't planning on falling in love with his friend, but I never liked the guy who I was doing business with. Because again, like I said, he's not my type. So the guy who I was doing business with, I'm going to give him a name on the show, because I'm not going to call him by his name, but his name will be Liar. So, okay. So yeah, I didn't like Liar. So I once thought he was okay. I once thought that he was an okay person, but I was wrong. We all live and learn. Sometimes people don't learn. That's the thing. I go through things. I learn from everything that I go through. I try to learn from everything. If I'm wrong, I can admit like, okay, hey, I was wrong in this situation or whatever. So, we're supposed to live and learn. I'm going to say that, but I definitely learn. Some people just don't. We do go through things to wake us up, but here's the thing. When someone don't like you the way that you like them, keep it professional. Keep it friendly. Don't make a fool of yourself with some motherfucking dumbass lies. Don't do that. Like, just don't. It really make you look like a bitter person. And me personally, I'm not about to look bitter for anybody. That's another thing. If you don't like me, okay, you know what? I'm about to go on about my life, about my business. I'm not going to be, bitter. But I'm not about to be all in your face, hee hee ha ha or any of that. I'm just going to go on with my life. I'm not going to let you waste my time, but I'm not going to be sitting up here making up lies and all of that. So let me tell y'all what all this man said about me. Okay, so first, he told his friend, you can have any of these girls that you want to, except for her. You can't talk to her. Now, he was talking about me. Now, at the time, of course, I didn't know I didn't know that. But yeah, so he was like, you can have any of these girls you want except for her. And I forgot the reason why he said, but I mean, obviously because, you know, he liked me, but he was just letting his friend know. The liar was letting his friend know that he could talk to whoever, but he just didn't want him talking to me. Just trying to make sure you guys are understanding me. So before I met his friend, the liar was telling me, yeah, my boy gonna be back in town, but he ain't gonna like you. He like big women. He like them fat women. He like his woman big and fat. You ain't his type. But okay, so who cares? Like, you know, I didn't know his friend at the time. So if his friend like, you know, if his friend like that fat woman, big woman, whatever, hey, okay, I don't know him. So, you know, basically like, what are you telling me for? But I guess, you know, looking back, I feel like maybe he was jealous of his friend. Maybe his friend got more girls. Well, he definitely got more girls than him. Because he looks better. So I guess maybe he probably felt insecure about me meeting him or whatever. You know, it had to be that, because who's going to tell somebody that? I'm not going to tell somebody, oh yeah, this person, yeah, they not going to like you. They like fat people. They ain't going to like you. Or they like skinny people. You know, like, what is that? That's childish. That's like, you know, that's juvenile. It's stupid. So fast forward, I end up meeting his friend. Finally, I end up meeting his homeboy. So I see him a few times, you know, nothing major. He definitely was nice looking. He wasn't bad to look at. So, but I mean, you know, I wasn't thinking about anything like that. You know, I just seen him around a few times. So, but honestly, it was so long ago, I don't even know how me and his friend began talking on the regular. Because like I said, you know, I had seen him around at the car wash, this, that, whatever. And, you know, like I said, it was, hey, how you doing, whatever. But then next thing you know, eventually we started somehow talking. I don't even remember how, but then we began talking on a regular. And once we did, let me tell y'all about the liar. Oh my gosh. The lies. Okay. So the liar. Now remember, I was working with this guy. We was like trying to do business and, you know, work on projects or whatever. So mind you, like I said, I actually thought at first that he was okay person. He wasn't my type like that. But I thought that he was a okay person. But once I started talking to his friend, now remember y'all, he said his friend wasn't gonna like me. His friend only liked the fat women. And again, like I said, I didn't even think nothing of it when he first told me that, because I didn't know this guy. So who cares what his friend like? I don't know this boy. This man. Anyway, so once, like I said, we started talking on the regular, then the liar was like, oh, I wouldn't want to talk to her. She's a whore. She's a whore. She talked to, so now listen to this. He said that I had sex with one of my brother friends. I'm not going to say my brother friend's name because he's married, so I'm not going to say his name. But he said that I was sleeping with one of my brother friends. Then there was this guy who used to be at the car wash who had this Denali. He said that I had sex with him. I don't even know that guy's name. And then he said that I had slept with this other guy who used to drive a Mercedes. I mean, he still might drive a Mercedes. I don't know. But okay, now the guy in the Mercedes, he bought, I think, a calendar from me or a poster. So did the guy in the Denali. But I never had sex with neither one of them. So the liar actually had he got caught in a lie. Because he said that I had sex with the guy in the Mercedes, and one day the guy in the Mercedes was up there and they were talking about me, and that guy was saying like how he never, my name came up, and he basically was like, dang, I did try to have sex with her, but I didn't. So now the liar is sitting there, and I'm like, you said that I slept with this guy. Now, somehow my name came up. That man never slept with me. And like I said, the other guy who was in a Denali, I don't even know his name. I don't even remember his name. But yeah, he only bought a calendar or a poster for me or whatever. So then, my brother friend, I did tell him, I was like, oh, let me let you know, word on the street is you and I, we're sleeping together. So he just said, well, Joe, you can't even listen to that. These niggas be lying, blah, 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 whatever. But I was just letting him know, hey, that's word on the streets. But, he took it cool or whatever. Like, he didn't care, but he just said, hey, you can't be paying no mind to stuff like that because these niggas will be lying. So that was that. So then back to me and the friend that I had started talking to. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Did I leave out something? Oh, yeah. Wait. Okay. After that didn't work with the guys. Like, he said that I slept with all these, these guys or whatever, and I didn't. Then the liar, this motherfucker, oh, I wouldn't sleep with her. Oh, she got AIDS. Now, I was told not to, to say anything, at the time. So, of course, like, you will be upset. Okay, first, like, yeah, it doesn't matter if even though it wasn't true, like, AIDS, come on, like, what the fuck? Come on, you can't be that bitter. You can't be that much of a hater that you would say some shit like that. You gotta be a evil ass, nasty ass motherfucker to say something like that. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, when you say stuff like that, well, first of all, let me tell y'all this, because now this is another thing. For those of you who follow the show, you guys know that we had topics on HIV. I did videos about HIV or whatever. Like, I never tested positive for AIDS, never. But this is the thing. That's something that you don't go around saying no matter what. You just don't do that. And just say if a person do have it, even if a person do have it, you don't go doing that unless, that person is out here sleeping around or trying to give it away or whatever. But, so no, you just definitely going too far. Anyway, so he said that, but that didn't work. So me and his friend, we continued to talk. We hung out for a year, just hanging out, no sex or whatever, just hanging out, having a good time or whatever. Then a year later, we decided to cross those lines. And not only did we cross those lines, we went to the clinic together, like two mature adults, and we got tested together. He had my papers, I had his papers. We went in, I don't know who picked the clinic. He picked the clinic, I don't know. But either way, we went to the clinic and we got tested. So now he has papers on me. So I'm healthy. I'm not sick. And of course, and I rebuke those lies. Like, come on, it's disgusting. It's really disgusting that You're going from this, you're going from that, you're saying all this and you're saying all of that because you're bitter. Like, this is the thing. And this is definitely a serious topic. And like, okay, so I decided to just use my personal experience today on this topic, instead of saying, oh, well, I don't think you should mix business with pleasure because of this or because of that. Hey, this was one of my experiences, and and it wasn't a good experience. This was very negative. Like, again, if somebody don't like you, like, I'm just telling you right now, to anybody out there that may like someone or may be obsessed with someone, like, okay, if they don't like you, they don't like you. You do stupid things like this, like, and you just make a fool of yourself. Like, when you say, okay, I'm going to do this to try to destroy this person, I'm going to do that to destroy this person or whatever, you're only making a fool of yourself. You're only cursing yourself. You're going to only destroy yourself or someone that you love. And this is the thing also, because like I said, I'm a strong believer in karma. When you people out here do all this evil stuff, you guys have these kids. Y'all have to realize, like, some people probably don't care about their kids, but for the ones who claim that they love their kids, you guys have to remember, you do this shit, a lot of this stuff come back on your children. So be very careful when you're doing some evil stuff like this. You just, like, it's a lesson learned. So anyways, so let me get back into what I was saying. So, me and his friend, we crossed the line, and I will say, with his friend, like I said, it took us, it was over a year before we did anything. And this was the first time I ever, like, really loved somebody, before I did it, even though that don't have anything to do with the topic. I'm just throwing that in there. So yeah, like, hey, you be having people like trying to, destroy you. Hey, you're only destroying yourself. And I said that before. So then the liar tried to make, so now listen, after this, so after me and the friend became, sexual, once we crossed those lines, then here comes the liar with another lie. Oh, now me and him had a thing. Oh my gosh, like, you're going from one thing to the next. You don't even remember everything that you're saying. And it's ridiculous. And then I forgot, my brother had, another friend that he used to hang with a long time ago. And I forgot to mention about that. This other friend had told me that he asked the liar, hey, what's up with you and Trell? Y'all messing around? And he said that the liar was like, no, why you say that? And he said that the liar was like laughing, like he had a laugh on his face, like a grin, like he wanted someone to think that he was lying. He wanted someone to be like, yeah, that nigga lying. They messing around. And the thing is, because the liar didn't want anyone else to talk to me, not just his friend. He didn't want anyone to talk to me. And my brother friend had peeped that. He was like, you need to watch that. If I was you, I wouldn't deal with him anymore. I wouldn't do, any, type of business with him. And then a lot of people had said the same thing. Because just all kind of stuff with him, just unnecessary stuff. So I had a cousin that talked to him briefly, and I told her, I was like, girl, I mean, hey, you don't have to do anything with him. I said, it's on you, but you just want to find, a friend just to hang with or whatever, get whatever you can, that's on you. So let me tell you what happened. She hung out with him just, I don't know if it was once or twice, for her birthday. he took her to eat, and I'm talking about the liar. He took her to eat. He gave her $100, and she said all he was doing was just talking about me, saying, oh, well, yeah, I tried to talk to your cousin, and I tried to offer her this and that, and she ain't want it, so I'll give that to you. But now he want to say, oh, yeah, after I got done playing around with, after he got tired of me, then he went to my cousin. You are a motherfucking lie. That is like, first of all, why are you lying? That did not happen. And then you got tired of me. How? Like, first of all, you did not stop dealing with me. First of all, me and you we wasn't dealing with each other like that. But you did not stop dealing with me. I stopped dealing with you because you were bitter. You were mad because I didn't want you. You wanted to mix business with pleasure, and then you were nasty. And this was like the last straw. So I never said anything until now, but I think this was like the last time. I think this was the last time that I stopped hanging with him. Now, I never accused him of this, but I'm almost 100%. I'm not gonna, swear or put my hand on the Bible. I would if I could, but I just don't believe in that. But I just really, 100%. One day, me and him, we were, we were at the beach. A long story short, let me see. Long story short, I was waiting for him. We were going to do some pictures on the beach or whatever. And he told me to go ahead and, that he was, that he would, be there. It normally don't take him that long to, to come to where I'm at. We normally just, walk together, but he told me to go ahead. And anyways, after we did pictures or whatever, I don't know when I realized, but my purse was, not in the car. And and this is the thing. Now, I don't believe that he tried to steal from me. I will say that I don't believe anything, but, I believe that he purposely threw my purse in the garbage. And after that was it. And I felt like he was just being nasty and evil. So, but yeah, anyways, oh my gosh. So I was dragging this out, and as usual, I have something to do. Let me see. Did I wrap everything up? I just feel like also he had just, unnecessary drama later on, like with females or whatever, that he was talking to. And first of all, like I said, I don't want him. So I don't need nobody thinking, me and them are having a fight or a disagreement over him, because he was never my type. Me and him, we were never together like that. You ask questions and then you'll find out what you need to know. Me and him is not. Anyways, I'm the type of person, like, when we are working together, I want to help, I want to help the person. I want to help myself. I want to help you. I'm here for the money. I want us to get money together. And that's it. I want us to get money together. And I really wanted me and him to get money together. Every guy that I ever dealt with, I wanted us to get money together. But anyways, I have to go. That does it for now. I definitely apologize that I have to wrap it up like this. And stay tuned for my next episode. All right, everybody.